Last night at 12 midnight, our government shut down. And when I say our government, I'm saying the United States government. My government shuts down. I mean, who just shuts down a government? Does a store just close? Does a road just open? I mean, I have been a United States citizen all my life, and I'm used to this kind of brinksmanship, bipartisanship, where the parties care more about what they want as a party than what the citizens want of the United States. Most of the citizens here don't want things to shut down. Most of the citizens of this country would like some form of compromise, but these politicians don't do that. I mean, if a couple is having an argument about finances, do they just say, we're just going to shut down our home? No, they don't do it. They're a couple. They work towards some kind of harmonious compromise. What's going on here reminds me of my parents after they got divorced, because they were so angry with one another, just like the Democrats and the Republicans are angry with one another, that their argument, their anger with each other clouded their decision making, so that what was best for all of us, even though they were divorced, they were still a unit, and particularly what was best for the children, was always tainted. I'm not saying they didn't put it first, but it was always tainted with their anger with each other. Now, like I said, I'm used to this. I've been in this country, and this has been going on for at least 20 or 30 years. So it's just sort of like, ho-hum. I guess we just have to put up with it, because that is the way of our political system. Then I met and began a relationship, and I live with a Danish girlfriend, and she has shown me that Denmark has a great difference. They do not follow the American system where they just go into crisis mode and they play a game of brinksmanship. Now, that has several reasons. One is the Danish political system, by its very nature, does not allow for a binary choice where two parties can start to get angry with one another. The political power, is spread over a number of parties. It's a parliamentary system. And you may say that it's inefficient, because Donald Trump, when he got in here, was extremely efficient. He had both the Senate, the House, and the presidency in Republican Party power, and they did what they wanted to. They ignored the Democrats, which is 49% of the country. I find that a little strange. But because the parliamentary system, no party gets a clear-cut majority, they have to compromise with each other. And that begins with the formation of their government, so that they know that no extreme measures are going to be passed. In addition, Denmark, most people in Denmark root for the country. They say, I'm a Dane. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. Here, I'm telling you, when you talk to someone, they'll say, what are you? They won't say, I'm a citizen of the United States. I'm a Democrat or a Republican. We already have an adverse situation going on before we even make a decision. Denmark still feels like they are Denmark. Now, I have been told by Danish people, actually, people have made comments, and they've conveyed to me that, it's more easy for Denmark to be this way because they're a far more homogeneous country. They are smaller. It doesn't take much to get to one part of the country as the other. Most people go to Copenhagen. A lot of people vacation in Jutland. And so they go, oh yeah, I know these people. They're my friends. They are like me. Now, this is true. In the United States, people who live in New York have a very different lifestyle and a very different way of living than people who live in Alabama or Texas or Kansas. And yes, when you go down to see people in Kansas, they're going to go, this is the way I live my life, this is the way I want to live my life. And people in New York go, this is mine. And it's almost as though we are two separate countries. Actually, we're more than two separate countries. We're a number of countries. And it seems like if we do not put the effort into realizing that we are one country, that we are all involved in this, then we really are no longer one country. They used to say that in the Constitution, it was the United States is, because it was talking about many states make part of this. And at that point, it was a loose confederation of states, countries. It's a matter of semantics. After the Civil War, it became, we are the United States. Now, I think at this point, we are unraveling. And what was, we are the United States, the states, the United States are individually. And it's gotten very good. And I'm worried, because if we no longer think like a country, can we continue to be a country? It's going to take a lot of energy and persistence on the part of our political leaders to make it like we're one for all, not just many for ourselves. And gosh darn, and I know that sounds a little bit like, because my mother's family's from Minnesota, so, and they had trips in rural Minnesota. So gosh darn was something that I encountered. Gosh darn, is it possible that we can think like a country again? Because if we can't think like a country again, maybe we just aren't going to be a country in the future. I hope that's not the case. Please, we are the United States. Thank you kindly.